It is Sunday the 26th of January, which means here in Australia it's Australia Day, so it's a public holiday. Yesterday was mixed. I ended up having an awful migraine. Like I've never had a headache this bad at all. I think it was maybe the heat, but like I wasn't actually in the sun for that long yesterday, and I stayed really hydrated, so I'm not quite sure what it was, but it was awful. And yeah, I was like, I need to get back from this game ASAP, so I found my peace and I was like, I'm going. But yeah, and then I ordered an Uber, and the road that I was stood on, turns out it was closed. I had no idea, so I had to walk like a kilometre whilst my head was like spinning in circles. Yeah, not a great time, but I woke up and I feel pretty much fine. I've just been for breakfast. That was probably the best avocado toast I've had, because it was like on top of a really good croissant. Like the croissant was really good in itself, and then had poached eggs on as well, so it was very good. The only problem with this t-shirt is it does expose my tan lines, like on my arm. I don't know if you can see, but yes, not great. So it's gonna get to 36 degrees today, so my plan is I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my gosh, such a loud sneeze. I'm gonna go back, edit yesterday's video. The days before, like the video from the day before, only uploaded this morning. I don't know why it was taking so long. And then yeah, I'm gonna take it chill today. I'm gonna go to the South Australian Museum, and next to it I think there's the Migration Museum. There's a couple of things that are open. Obviously a lot of things are closed today because it's a public holiday, but I'm going to do anything that's indoors, free and open. So yeah, we'll see, but I'm very much up for doing museums today, and I'm pretty sure that the Museum of South Australia, or South Australian Museum, has like the largest collection of Aboriginal like items and like the collection of Aboriginal stuff in the whole of Australia. So yeah, I feel like that's also kind of fitting for Australia Day. So yeah, as I think I explained earlier, my mission for today is stay out of the sun. So I've edited the video and got that up. I've done a little bit of work for Lacuna and some other bits and bobs, just all indoors, mostly lying down. You can really see my tan line here. That is, I mean, I'm not complaining, but it does mean I look like, what are they squashies? That, I mean, to be fair, it's not red, so that's good. But yeah, I do look like it. Sweet. Anyway, I'm gonna head to do the museums. There's the South Australian Museum, there's the Migration Museum, and there's an art gallery. I'm not a big art person, I'll be honest, and I don't really understand most of the exhibitions, but I think there's A, some Aboriginal art, and B, I saw a big thing of Henry VIII. So if there's some Tudor stuff, I won't be mad about that, because I do quite like the Tudors, but we shall see. Yeah, I'm going to get the tram in and stay out of the sun. I have no idea what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. I wanted to see if there was like a concert on or something, so I was like a theatre production or even a music concert, I don't know. But I need to have a look, and then yeah, if not, I'll find something else indoors to do. I'm just walking to get the tram into town, and oh my gosh, it is absolutely roasting. I'm trying to think the last time I experienced like 36 plus degrees. I know in Melbourne tomorrow it's supposed to be 40 degrees, so when I land it's going to be absolutely boiling. But yeah, probably like the south of France or something when I was really little. I mean, it was very hot at the Olympics over the summer, but I don't think it ever got to this level of hot. Yeah, this is crazy. I saw someone in trousers. I was just like, how? Yeah, I'm melting, but I'm trying to, even though it's really hot and it's like probably too hot, I'm trying to appreciate the warmth, because I just know that in like 2 weeks time I'll be shivering in Manchester. So yeah, I'm trying to appreciate it while I can, but yeah, it's very warm. I mean, luckily because Australia is generally quite hot, like the country's so set up to deal with heat, whereas when it's hot in the UK, it's just awful because there's no aircon anywhere, anything like that. So it's just like a miserable experience. But here, like, all the transport is really well airconned, and like shops and everything, and I presume the museums will be as well. So yeah, I'll probably be cold when I get into the museum, but wow, it is warm. Okay, so there's a cycling event happening behind me. It's the Tour de something or other. Tour Down Under, that's it. But I had no idea this was happening, but I just saw cyclists everywhere and was like, is there something going on? So I might watch a bit of cycling. Yeah. So I did a quick Google, and the women's race so this is the last day of this competition, set of races, whatever. So yeah, the women raced this morning, and that finished like half an hour ago. The men are setting off in about half an hour, and it's like a 90-kilometre race. So I've had a look at the map of where I can go watch it. So I'm going to go to the museum, and I think they do like 4 laps of this route. So I think I'm going to try and go near the Oval and watch it there. Obviously, like, not for very long, but just to have a little look, see what's going on. Yeah, I don't watch much cycling. I mean, I pay attention a bit to the Tour de France, but yeah, I like a bit of cycling. I mean, I do watch a lot of Olympic cycling. Laura Kenny, or Laura Trott, as she was in 2016, was a bit of an icon for me. So yes, I know a thing or two about cycling, but road cycling, less so. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the museums and play it by ear, stay out of the sun. I had no idea there was taxidermy here. That's my worst nightmare, right there. I just got jump scared by that giant squid. I did not know it was there. This museum is like fear central for me. I don't like taxidermy at all, and the entire place is pretty much taxidermy. Oh. I'm incredibly aware that it is 3 months until Easter, but I found a cream egg, and I'm really intrigued to see the taste difference, because obviously Cadbury's taste different here, and I'm an expert in cream egg eating, so I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna film myself eating it because I don't want that permanently on the internet, but I'm gonna try it. I realised I didn't speak about the museum before going straight in on the cream egg. By the way, the cream egg was good. It did taste different. The chocolate was like a tiny bit different, but honestly they were quite similar. Yeah, in terms of the museum, it was alright. It was just the taxidermy that I had a problem with. I did not realise that literally every room, other than the floor where there was the Aboriginal stuff, was all taxidermy. And I was a little bit terrified. Like, it was okay when it was a little bird. When there was a lion or a tiger, or I don't know, something that I thought, yeah, if that was in front of me right now, I'd be dead. That was a little bit alarming. Also ones where the eyes were like really realistic. Yeah, not for me. Yeah, the kangaroos were also terrifying, especially the one that was like stood up. Yeah, I'm good. So yeah, mixed bag. I also got jump scared by the massive squid, which, yeah. But in terms of something to do, and it was free, can recommend. If you don't like taxidermy though, I reckon it's not for you. I've never seen a cycling event live, but I love that all these cars that are coming past behind me, they have loads of bikes on the top, so I presume they're spare bikes for the riders. But it's so cool. I completely forgot about this, but being by Adelaide Oval again reminded me, yesterday when I was in the Uber driver asked me where I was from. I was like, well, England. And he said, whereabouts? And I said, I live in Manchester. Didn't say I was from Manchester, I said live in Manchester. And he was like, oh, I was guessing where your accent was from, and I would have guessed Manchester. I was like, I have not got a Mancunian accent. But then he wanted to talk about the Scouse accent and how he doesn't understand it, and I was like, okay. But yeah, but according to him, I've got a Mancunian accent. He was like, yeah, like if I have to guess, I really would have thought Manchester. And I was like, okay, I'm actually a Brummie, but sure. What's mad is the camera guy who's been filming the whole thing at the back, he is like holding on to someone else who's driving a motorbike, and he's got a camera on his shoulder, just like one hand on the back of his motorbike, one hand on this huge camera. It's crazy, and he's going around so fast. He does that for 90 kilometers. Mad. So I've had a bit of an idea. I've walked past it's like, I think it's the festival site, and there's an event on tonight. Obviously it's Australia Day, but this event is it's about culture, it's about heritage, and there is like a fireworks display. But this morning they had like I think it's a traditional smoking ceremony, like very early on this morning. And then there's like a little walk from the Adelaide Oval across the bridge to where like the viewing area is. And then, yeah, there's all sorts of things going on this evening. It's like a free event. So I think I might go to that. Then there's like a light show, and then obviously the fireworks. So, yeah, it'll be something nice to do. And, yeah. I've got my plan of action for the rest of the day. I am going to go get a frozen Coke because I feel like it's definitely the right temperature for a frozen Coke. And then I'm going to come back here around 5ish maybe. So I'll go back, have a bit of a nap maybe. Yeah, be back around 5, 6 maybe. Get some food, and I think there might be food at the festival, to be fair. Go to the festival, watch the fireworks, see what's happening. I think fireworks at like 9:30 or something. So yeah, and then get the tram back. So a bit more of a chill day, not as much walking as sometimes, but yeah, a good day when there's not much to do. I'm having my first frozen Coke. It was $1, which is 50p. It's mad. It's so good though. I had a lovely long nap. To be fair, it's probably about an hour and a half or so, but yeah, that was needed. I feel very refreshed now. So yeah, heading into town to go to this festival. I have looked and there are food trucks, and I'm hoping it's like they've got every sort of cuisine, because I have no idea what I want to eat right now. All I know is that I'm hungry. So yeah, I also caught up on the Cricket Hut Weekly. I will probably put a link in the description because this week was very, very good. I feel like obviously because of England's situation now, there's just been so much noise, and I feel like Raffin said it how it is and kind of laid it all out, and yeah, can recommend watching. So I've made it to the festival. You've got Adelaide Oval behind me. It's really nice. I reckon it's going to get quite busy because it's only, I think it's just before 7 o'clock and the fireworks aren't until like 9:30. But yeah, and also there are loads of people waiting to cross the bridge. They're doing like a walk from by the Adelaide Oval, so I reckon, yeah, the next 15 minutes will get quite busy. But yeah, gonna find some toilets and then food. This is amazing. I've got a falafel wrap, and they're doing the march, so there's 60 different cultural groups that are coming in who are all like, they all live in South Australia. So we've started with Brazil, but it's so cool. So there's like dancing, music, all sorts, and they're all coming into the park where the fireworks are going to be.
Operated. Providing youth activities include soccer, Australians and Japanese for monthly gatherings, promoting next to make sports, education and well-being lands. We've had our respecting country parade. I want to tell you who you're going to.
So the festival has started. There's going to be a quick break and then there's more stuff on the stage, but yeah, that was so cool. They just had a like drumming performance by 5 different countries. So it's 5 different styles of drumming and they all came together to create this piece of music, which was really, really cool. So many countries here, so I got a lot of footage of them all coming in, which is really cool. And it's amazing that like there's this many cultures in South Australia, and that all these associations exist. It was really, really cool to see. So I am very excited. It's also absolutely heaving in the park. It's so busy, so many people. So yeah, I'm so glad I saw this because I did not know it was happening until I happened to see it when I was walking past, because I saw the cycling. So if I hadn't seen the cycling, I would have seen this. So yeah, really, really good. And also the falafel that I had was amazing. I need to go get some water, but I think there's an orchestra that is about to start, which is very exciting. I love a bit of orchestra music. Okay, tiny problem. I can't seem to find any water. I've been to 2 places and they said they've run out, which yeah, is a bit of a problem. I need to find some water because I'm very, very thirsty and we know what happens when I get dehydrated. Okay, so I managed to find some water, but it was warm, so they've given me a cup of ice as well, which is really good. So yes, successful mission. And it is just beautiful. I love like orchestra music and the sun is setting and it's perfect.
We all live the way we should. Big thank you again to the Adelaide City Council's ongoing support.
Became a place of pain and pleasure.
Singing together in harmony.
You can probably hear the music in the background, well you definitely can, but I'm going to wrap the video up there for today. It's getting dark, so you won't be able to see me in a minute. But this evening has been incredible. Hasn't even finished yet. There's still the fireworks, there's still more musical performances. There was a guy from Afghanistan speaking who works with women and girls, both exiled in Australia but also those still in Afghanistan, and helping access to education. So that was brilliant to hear. And then yeah, there was all sorts. There was an Armenian woman did an incredible performance. I can't remember the name of the instrument, but it was very, very impressive. There's been a youth orchestra, there's a male voices choir, there's been all sorts. So it's been really lovely, and yeah, you can hear the orchestra in the background. So yeah, I said I wanted to see some sort of musical performance. I didn't quite anticipate it being this cool. But yeah, it is such a lovely evening. It's so warm still, and the fireworks are still to come. So that is all for today. Tomorrow, obviously travelling to Melbourne, and getting to Melbourne, I need to plan a 20-kilometre run. So I need to figure out my route in Melbourne. But yeah, signing out from Adelaide.
And in the hissing of the campfire, as the smoke curls to the night, I hear never runner angels crying out, will painters fly? If we close our eyes, if I close my eyes, I'm spying 40,000 years on our trees. He's saying as he watched, wait until his Billy boy who'll come waltzing Tilda with me. Won't sing Matilda, won't sing Matilda, your tucker bag, you'll come waltzing.
I didn't plan on filming after the festival, but just after I filmed that, like my final clip, they performed Waltzing Matilda, which was, wow, like, firstly I love that song and it is such a love song in Australia, but hearing it live and like the version they did, yeah, there were a few tears, but it was really beautiful, and the orchestra were unbelievable. They said the average age was something like 15, which is crazy. Like the youngest person in the orchestra was 12, and I was like, wow, that is so impressive. And they did a whole lot of songs after, so it was really, really beautiful. And then the fireworks were incredible. I am so glad I stumbled across it earlier in the day, because yeah, otherwise I would have had no idea. And yeah, it was just such a lovely way to spend the evening. Yeah, and just like being around so many people, especially so many people who have come to Australia and like found home here. It was really lovely. I just fear the tram is going to be rammed all the way back. I was trying to leave like a bit earlier, but everyone else kind of has the same idea, so it is busy.